Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ariana's Guided Messages. I'm your host, Ariana, and for those of you who know me, welcome back. For those of you who don't, I'm here to dismantle deception and guide you back to truth, love, and alignment always. So with that being said, let's get into today's message. Okay, so for today's message, I'm going to pull from my astrology deck and we'll see what comes out, okay? So it can either be your sign or it could be your astral house. But we'll find out from Allah, angels, Holy Spirit guides, what wants to come out and who I'll be reading for at this time, all right? Allah, angels, Holy Spirit guides, what is coming out? What sign will I be reading for during this reading? What sign will I be reading for during this reading? All right, let's see what comes out. All right, we have Chiron, which is hurt and heal. Okay. What else wants to come out, Allah? We have Saturn. So we have feel restricted, experience struggle, learn hard work, and patience. What sign am I reading for? Okay, we have house 1. Okay, so whoever I'm talking to, this has to do with your first house. Individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Let's see if a sign wants to come out. Let's see. Jupiter, grow and expand. Grow and expand. What sign am I reading for, Allah? Gemini. Okay. So I'm reading for Gemini placements. Make sure you check your first house. Okay. It says curiosity, intellect, and networking. Your networking and your network of communications, of people, of contacts, it's definitely going to grow and expand. All right. Your individuality, the way you see yourself is totally changing. You're getting a new excitement, a new curiosity about, you could be learning something at this time. But I'm talking to a Gemini or Gemini placements who once felt restricted. Make sure you check your Saturn and your Jupiter. Okay, but this is, you once felt restricted or you were experiencing struggle, but you were learning certain lessons that got you through it. And one of those lessons was definitely patience. Okay, and that's really tough to be patient and stay in the paint when nothing's working. Okay, when you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you're experiencing financial hardships, or you feel like whatever you're working on or whatever you're doing, it's going nowhere. It's reaching no one, right? I'm talking to a Gemini placement that's resonating with this. Okay, and you went through hurt and you've had to heal. And that was a long journey in and of itself. Okay, but there's light at the end of the tunnel here is what I'm getting. So let's get into your reading. All right, let's see what wants to come out in the Kipper deck for Gemini placements. Allah, angels, Holy Spirit guides, what's coming out in the Kipper deck for Gemini placements? What's coming out in the Kipper deck for Gemini placements at this time? What do Gemini placements need to be aware of at this time? What wants to come out for Gemini placements? You have courtship here. What's coming out for Gemini placements? What else is coming out for Gemini placements at this time? Okay, you have high honor here. You have pathway here. You have high honor. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so you have courtship here. Pathway. High honor. And gift. Okay, so some of you guys could be in a partnership, a relationship. There's a new path opening. There's expansion here, maybe travel even. But someone is being seen as high honor, or there's something very honorable, or maybe you guys are honorable, or you're honorable in what you're doing, and there's a gift here for you. You're going to be receiving some sort of gift. What else is coming out for Gemini placements? Hold on one second. Okay, so house wanted to come out after gift. So maybe you guys could be receiving a new gift at your home. Your gift could be an estate. Your gift could be a piece of property. It could be a new home. You guys could be moving. Okay, and then there's child here. You could be receiving news that you're expecting a child. Okay, it could be regarding more stability for your child, or this could be bringing you into a more childlike nature where it's more love and light, it's fun, it's passionate. But with high honor here in gift, this is divinely guided, this is divinely given for all your work and efforts. And I'm not detecting, it's interesting because in the first deck, I'm talking about somebody who went through hurt and they healed, but the Kipper deck is really tapping into the healing component of it, not necessarily, you know how sometimes when you pull cards from a deck, you get a lot of like bad energy, and that could be past vibes or still current in your energy. This is all pretty good, okay, with bottom of the deck community here. So you could be getting popularity, or you could be connecting with others at this time, going out more, going to more events. I'm getting a lot of connection, gift, receiving, being looked up to, or having this honorable sort of aura about you or your partnership or something in that regard. Okay, let's see what's coming out in the Southern Oracle deck. Allah, angels, Holy Spirit guides, what's coming out for Gemini placements in the Southern Oracle deck? What's coming out for Gemini placements? Okay, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, it says, how's your momentum here? Okay, so this tree, again, it symbolizes connections and network. Okay, it says your people reach out, strong roots, connection, presence, reunion, foundation. You guys could be connecting with people heavily at this time. And then there's this God don't like ugly card. You see this ant here with this big stinger at the end, sneaking alongside the grass. It says nastiness, clash, strife, resentment, argument, grudge, revenge. Okay, so there's that first negative card. Why does that want to come out, Allah? Okay, because it looks like whatever you're doing, it's like a piece of cake. This says a little something I threw together, right? It says accomplishment, triumph, self-esteem, confidence, talents, accolades, fame. So you're achieving something, and you know, look how this cake looks. This cake looks good, right? So I mean, it looks appealing. It looks like you want to eat it. The display looks nice. It's well put together. Now, it could have took a lot to make this cake, and we don't see the behind the scenes where it could have took a lot of effort. Okay, but it looks like, oh, just threw it together, just whip this up. And that's probably how you appear to somebody who was probably nasty, spreading rumors, or just had this grudge against you, right? They're lazing around, loafing around, probably in your business. It says lazing around, loafing, inertia, false start, non-response, disinterest, with bump on a log. But I'm getting like heavy boredom, okay? But also too, you know, you could be relaxing. You could not have to, you're not probably overexerting yourself at this time. It says here, swinging on the front porch, good times, cozy feelings, slow down, thankfulness, be in nature. So you're getting into a time of relaxation. I'm hearing relaxation and appreciation. Okay. There's more than one way to skin a cat is here. And then you have whatever floats your boat coming out in the reverse. Okay, so basically someone who things aren't going well for them or as they planned, they're looking into what you got going. Okay, with breakthrough, solution, originality, receptivity, faith. But you see how this cat is like looking like, that's what I'm getting here. Maybe before too, you were just kind of like staying afloat is what I'm getting with the floating card in reverse, and just kind of drifting, you know, staying just above your means. But you're having a breakthrough in that. And it was because of your faith. Okay. It was because you stayed true. Let's see what's coming out in your tarot. Okay. Let's get some tarot messages for Gemini placements. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. What's going on for Gemini? Gemini placements. What's coming up for Gemini? One more shuffle for Gemini. All right, let's see. Okay. So long-term investments in your future, thinking about your future, forward movement here with the Three of Wands. Okay, so you're making progress. Why is Three of Wands here? Okay, this is the Emperor card here. Stability, clear decisiveness, Taurus energy. You could be dealing with the Taurus, but there's Two of Swords here. So there could be a Taurus placement that's blocked from your energy or not seeing something clearly. Why did Two of Swords want to come out? Why did Two of Swords want to come out? Okay, yeah. So like I said, whoever is blocked off from this new vibe, you moving forward or that you move forward from, they feel like they've been defeated in some way, that they're like left out with the Five of Swords here. It says conflict, disagreement, competition, defeat. This person wanted to win at all costs, and they could have been secretly competing with you and you didn't even know it. What else? What else is coming out for Gemini placements? Okay, so after this defeat, after this battle, you were being called to rest. A lot of you, it said hurt and heal. So a lot of you had to go through deep healing with the Four of Swords here. And then now you have a burst of energy with Ace of Wands here. You're getting back to your creativity. You're focused on your projects. You could be getting out more, or just you've gotten a lot of rest. You had a resting period of just kind of being to yourself, or maybe a period of stillness, but now you're getting back to it. And it's like a burst of creativity. Yeah, with a Death card here. Why is Death card here? What was there an ending to? Yeah, there was an ending to some friendship, some cycle of false unity. Yeah, with the Page of Wands here, people coming to you with a burst of energy or a spark of like, hey, like I want to join in on the celebration, but it was really deceit behind it. Page of Wands with the Two of Cups here. Two of Cups, King of Cups. Or I'm sorry, Two of Cups, Knight of Cups. So that's someone wanting to come close to you, wanting to get close emotionally, but then like pulling back or having weird energy with the Knight of Cups here. And then Page of Cups. It's like 2 steps forward to move 3 steps back kind of energy. Very immature. Yeah, with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse talks about greediness. Okay, someone wanting it all to themselves, all the attention, jealousy vibes. It says greediness, possessiveness, stingy, overspending, self-protection. So this is someone who could have been very stingy that you had to remove your energy from with the Temperance here and balance. Okay, you're finding meaning in the connections you make before you move forward with them. 8 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, you're learning to hold back with the Ace of Swords here and the Hangman. You're learning to get clarity on people, places, and things before you rush into friendships, relationships, partnerships, commitments, anything. It's taking a level of discernment before you jump into it, okay? Because you were left like this in the past, in your head. Negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, victim mentality, or just you could have been a victim of people who just used you or something in the past. And it took a lot of strength with the strength card here, Leo energy, to get out of this. You could have Leo in your chart, or I could be talking to a Leo. All right. And you had to plan on how to navigate and move past this heartbreak with the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Swords here. Maybe someone took a risk on trying to affect your healing in some way with the Fool card and the Empress here and the Star card. Maybe someone wanted to disrupt your peace, whether that was talking negatively about you or trying to figure out how they can come in and disrupt that. But that's not going to work here with the Empress and the Star. What else? Last card for Gemini placements. A lot of Leo energy, Taurus energy. I also have Aquarius here. Okay, yeah, they're under judgment, whoever was trying to do that. Whoever was trying to do that, disrupt your peace, maybe talk negatively about you or wish bad or whatever, they're facing judgment at this time. Again, a lot of Taurus energy with the Queen of Pentacles here and the 4 of Wands here. It's like Taurus against Leo or Earth against fire energy. Okay, with Wands and Pentacles coming out. But your finances, what you're building, what you're cultivating, it's protected here also with the 4 of Wands. All right. Okay, let's get some career messages for Gemini placements and see what's going on. Career messages. What career messages want to come out for Gemini placements? Final messages for Gemini placements regarding career. For Gemini placements, what wants to come out? Babe, why are you coming near my feet? You have, sorry, you guys. You have honest work here. So you could be doing work that is just maybe bringing awareness to people, or it's just good, hard-earned money. It's very legit. It says it's okay to have a job that's not glamorous. Get some experience, help you to move up in the future. You guys are not afraid to just do work in general, no matter what that is, okay? As long as it's honest work and good work and you're making money, then that's cool. That's what your vibe was. You're a hard worker. But now you have many options, okay? So maybe before you didn't have too many options, but you're coming into a time where you actually do. It says you have options even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. What else is coming out for Gemini placements? Yeah, you have star power. Okay, so you have a lot of opportunities that are going to get you to the right places or have you connect with the right people, Gemini. All right, let's get one more card. I want to get a Bible verse for you guys to see what comes out and what you guys can meditate on this evening or this entire week. What's coming out for Gemini? What do Geminis need to meditate on? It says, be still and know that I am God. Psalms 46 verse 10. And then it also says, if you make the Lord your refuge, he will order his angels to protect you wherever you go. Psalms 91 verse 9 through 11. So again, you guys, you did a lot of healing work, and that healing work made you rely heavily on your faith, right? Maybe some of you guys had to isolate yourselves and have a time to go within, but it's because you did that, you put your faith in God, and you were able to relax in that eventually. And because of that, that's manifesting back to you. That's why things are in a flow now, and you're going to meet and make connections with the right people. Okay. So Gemini placements, this has been your reading. Until next time, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.